graduated. So I be having very, very, very vivid dreams. Um, Sometimes lucid too, where I be kind of like controlling my jinx. So I'm not gonna get into like the whole story because like it's like kind of confusing. But basically, like today was one of those days where it was like I was having a dream, and I woke up from that dream, and basically I was like, wait, nah, I can't leave how I left off that dream like that. So I went back to sleep, and then finished what I started, and that transitioned to another dream. And then the third dream, I was like, nah, bro, nah, like I can't go out sweet like this. So then I went back again. And then after that, I was like, all right, like I ended it off. Basically, like youngest thought I was sweet, and I couldn't go like that. You know what I'm saying? I could not go like that. And then I woke up and I was like, all right, I'm good now. I can actually get up. You know, but that also might have like been some of the effects of just like melatonin. That's what be making me dream when I need that joint. Like I need to fall asleep. Like that joint definitely be hitting. But my dreams kind of be wild sometimes when I take that joint so I can actually fall asleep because I'm still like I don't know if I ever recover from freaking college time, like in college schedule, like just being up, studio hours types of vibes. I don't know if it'll ever change, bro. I can't call it. But without further ado, man, let's get right into it, man. Welcome back to the Why I'm Geeked show, man. This is episode 27. Episode 27. And this episode is called Rollout, and the reason why it's called Rollout is because of the first topic. So usually, with the podcast, I like to start with a little bit of news, and I'm gonna stick to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stick to it. I'm trying to come up with like little cool, nicknames for stuff, for segments and stuff like that. But this is literally just like news that's like popping, the things I want to talk about. So first things first, man. Scarlett Johansson is suing Disney, right? Because of how Black Widow rolled out. Now, I feel like everybody, including her, felt as if like when, the first initial release got put back because of COVID and stuff like that, that it was going to take a hit because not only like of like the timing of the movie, you know what I'm saying? Like, and everything that happened after Endgame, like we needed that next movie to like basically like um, settle her case or like in her story, right? And I feel like with the movie they kind of did that. I've done a review on it, so if you haven't seen a review, go check that out where I go into super detail about it. You know what I'm saying? But this movie has been like a long time coming because to me, and I don't got no facts, this is all alleged, like, but to me, initially, I feel like Scarlett Johansson, like, just the way that she came into the MCU, being, just a background character, side character in Iron Man movie in the second joint, to being like a crowd favorite, and over the years into becoming like a focal point, like the nucleus of the Avengers, like the person that basically kept the Avengers together. She was the last one to leave. You know what I'm saying? Or quote unquote leave. But like her having her own movie wasn't initially in the cards. So when we all found out that she was going to have one, and I feel like the reason why it took so long for us to get one was because of contracts and like money talk. You know what I'm saying? Because initially coming into this, they had no intentions of probably doing a Black Widow movie, like at all. So when everybody is wanting that, and then you see your stock going up, you're gonna want some more bread. And I'm assuming to get the movie done, they had to, do this deal with Disney and Disney Plus because Disney Plus was coming out. You know what I'm saying? It was already out, and they was looking for things to initially launch and things like that where, not only is it going to launch in theaters, but it's going to launch and premiere on Disney Plus for extra $30, right? So, with all that being said, the rollout for it was already bodied from just COVID in general. And then basically from what I seen, not only did it release on like the initial release for theaters, but it also released on Disney Plus. And apparently that's not how they wanted it to go down, because it only would make sense that you want the movie to come out in theaters first, because you end up making more bread, because on Disney Plus, you paying for a subscription service. Even if you're paying for the premiere, that's one $30 premiere pass, but endless people could see it. You could pack your whole family and plus more, many people as you want. You know what I'm saying? I know COVID is still a thing, but that's kind of like a hit, because if you make everybody actually go see it, the people that are willing to go see it, because theaters are open and stuff now, then you end up making more money from box sales and stuff like that. Now I don't know if that's exactly how things go down. I'm no accountant or lawyer or whatever, but basically they done messed up. You know what I'm saying? What I think is going to end up happening is they're going to end up cutting their check, obviously, just because that's probably like the easiest way to get out of it, because it didn't do very well because of how it actually rolled out and released. You know what I'm saying? Like, the movie was great. The movie was great itself. So how they went about like releasing that and what it actually ended up doing in theaters didn't match up with the initial projections for the movie. I seen things where it said like Space Jam blew it out the water. And I saw both movies. I actually streamed Space Jam, because there was no premiere access for that. I didn't go to the movies and watch it, but it still blew it out the water. So it's just like something went wrong with that. They ended up doing that. So Scarlett Johansson is actually suing them, and I think I saw that they were countersuing. Like I said, I'm not no lawyers. Don't come press me. This is all alleged, bruh. This is all alleged. This is just something I thought was interesting, because we haven't seen this before. Well, I haven't really necessarily seen this before, and was like, actually interested in finding out how this happened. I'm sure this has happened before, but because this is in like, the MCU and stuff like that, I was like, nah, we got to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about it. But that's the whole situation. I'm going to continue to try to follow the story as close as I can. You know what I'm saying? And come back to talk to you guys about it. But, I was curious of, what you guys thought of it, because I think that they did her dirty, honestly. You know what I'm saying? But I think regardless of what, happened, if Disney released it or they didn't release it, I felt like, it was going to take a hit because of the timing of the actual movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this had released during the actual timeline of when the movie sets and takes place, it would have had it explode. It would have been way, way bigger than what ends up happening, because this was like a lot of people's, at least in my opinion, this was probably a lot of people's first time going back to theaters if they went to go see it, right? And it was the first MCU movie that we done seen in a while. So to have that, happen, it's just like, dang, that sucks. You know what I'm saying? Because not only got delayed, but then they released it on Disney Plus earlier than what they said it was, at least what they allegedly said they was going to do. So it's like you already getting kicked, because of the pandemic. But then you add this on top of it, it's like, dang, bruh, that sucks. That really sucks. But the next thing I want to talk about was Suicide Squad. So Suicide Squad comes out this week. That you're hearing this, I'll probably have a review out on Monday, next Monday, because I will go see the actual movie and do my review on it. But this has been a lot, bro. A lot of reviews and hype behind this movie. Not only that, but trailers and stuff, because like, I guess this is like DC's new baby. You know, like just a Suicide Squad type of brand, like villains, because the Justice League is kind of botched. Like if we being real, um, and I think the Suicide Squad is probably like the best thing going from them. Mainly just like not just the Suicide Squad, but just villain movies in general is the best thing going right now. Like including the Joker and stuff like that. Like, but you know, a lot of people are saying like this is like movie of the year so far. Um, and y'all know me, my movie of the year right now is Snake Eyes. Um, I won't get into that, but yeah, like there's a lot of great reviews on it so far, and I was just like curious. I'm like, dang man, everybody's going to see this joint. Like, I've seen a lot of people talking about it, like that are going to the premieres, and I'm like, dang, they really try and get this movie out there, So when it actually pops off, what I'm saying, it's going to be a huge, huge hit. So I just hope that it lives up to the hype. But I'm just noticing this now, like that there's a lot of hype behind it. Initially I was excited for it. They got a lot of freaking star-studded cast in there. Um, you got Idris Elba and John Cena. You know what I'm saying? And then Harley Quinn has been a staple in DCEU for a minute now. You know what I'm saying? So seeing her in that joint too. I can't remember the actress name or actor's name, but at the moment, I think it's Emma Stone. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm sorry, but if I'm wrong, that's why I didn't want to say it because I don't like being wrong. My apologies if I am wrong. You know what I'm saying? But that joint is getting super hyped. Now one thing that's not getting super hyped right now is the new Spider-Man movie. Because we haven't seen anything. We haven't seen no trailers, no nothing. And then we get the What If trailer, and then we see Sorcerer Supreme Spidey, and it's just like, bro, how are we gonna see this but not get a actual, No Way Home trailer? Like, what's going on? So people are really worried. I'm not necessarily too worried about it. I know there's like they have a reason for everything. And all of the Spider-Man movies have been good so far. I just know with Spider-Man, it just be tricky with stuff, bruh. It really be tricky because Sony be trying to mess the bag up low key, like because of Sony has the rights to it. Like there's so many things that could have been crazy, Like if they actually put all three Spider-Mans in there, it's gonna be crazy, And then we're gonna have Spideyverse coming out, the second Spideyverse coming out, in December, I believe, of 2022. So, there's that, and then also a lot of games are getting pushed back. So Horizon has got pushed back to next year, which I'm sad about. But also, what's the name? Not next year, but maybe another year. I don't know the exact date, but it definitely got pushed back. Along with God of War, Ragnarok. So those are two games I was looking forward to that are not coming out. But I'd rather them come out working and not broken, like a lot of games that we've gotten over this, drought that we've been on. I was talking a little bit about it earlier in the stream of how, like, there's really not a lot to play in the vast world of gaming right now because everything is either played out or all the same. So, there's not a lot. There's not a lot. And then the games we're excited for, the new experiences, keep getting pushed back. And it's like, dang, is this is this gonna be a cyberpunk pushback? Or is this gonna be like, a GTA type of pushback? Or like, I don't know, like, cause GTA was dope when it came out. So I just hope for the best. I want them to put the best thing they got out. So as much time as they need, take it. But just know we struggling out here. You know what I'm saying? We struggling. And then the last bit of news I'm sorry to tell you guys, if you're not following me on Twitter, y'all should go do that. But I announced that I joined Masanko. That is, a group of content creators, streamers, and, just dope people that, are taking a chance on me, bro. They're taking a chance on me, you know, and they want to help me grow, not only just, you know, my YouTube channel, but as long as with Twitch too. And it's just like a dope group of people and community that I never really had. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really talked about it since it happened. It happened on Friday. But, you know, just having a group of people to actually, like, you know, have higher level conversations about, you know, content creation and just like what's going on with the algorithm, all that stuff is going to definitely help everything that we do so far. So, you know, I'm super excited. You know, this is just the start of things. Like, the announcement is cool and all, but it's time to actually put into work. So, you know, that was super dope thing that happened over the last week. If you notice, like, my content kind of been like all over the place. That's pretty much why, because I've been trying to figure out a lot of stuff, and I've gotten a lot of information, and just, you know, trying to adapt and continue to push forward. And it's been a lot. But now, like this week, like starting with this podcast, like we starting off right. You know what I'm saying? We're starting off right. But that's pretty much it for all the news. What's going on, team? I know you guys are enjoying the video right now, but I want to let you guys know that not only are we making videos like this every day, Monday through Friday here on YouTube, but we're streaming on Twitch. We're having these conversations. I want to see you guys in the chat so we can talk about all this stuff live, man. We got a dope community over there, and I would love you guys to join. So check out the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Ginato Sensei. Link is in the description. Yeah, and I'll see y'all in the chat. Back to the video. The next thing, y'all know how we do, man, is the weekly recap where we go through all the shows and movies and games that we've been playing over the week. Giving you guys my thoughts on some of the things that are coming out and things I just experienced. So let's get right into it, man. First things first, on the list, Tokyo Revengers is goated, bro. It's one of the best shows I watched in a while. Like, the tension in that show is something different, bro. Like, I forgot, you know, it's been a while since I watched a show that wasn't strictly like fighting based, like shonen type of vibes, like strictly just I'm trying to be the best, yada yada yada. Like, this is like, this Tokyo Revengers definitely has you know, fighting and, you know, just dope scenes and animations and stuff like that. But it's not just about that. It's about the relationships, bro. Like, the relationships that the characters build with each other. And I think that's dope. I'm going to make a whole video on it, but it's just something I thought I would bring up. We did a reaction to the last episode yesterday. So if you didn't tune into that, that will be up soon. And, you know, every episode, like every weekend, we're going to react to it because every episode is heat. Like, there's something happening. You know what I'm saying? That Masanko is Lex Luthor. Low key, though. Low key, bro. And I'll get in a little bit of Lex Luthor later, too. But, you know, that show has been good. My Hero has been good. I feel like they do, like, you know, one episode on, one episode off is, like, hot. You know, but any episode that they focus on Endeavor, Todoroki, and, you know, Deku and Bakugo, like, that whole vibe, and, you know, setting us up for whatever type of war or, you know, battle that's about to happen in the next few months, like, they're getting ready for, it's got me hype, and it's really good, bro. They try to make me cry last episode. I ain't cry, though. I ain't cry, but I almost did. I ain't go fake. And I really like it, bro. Next thing I want to talk about is Lord of the Rings. I know I'm kind of speeding through this because it's a lot, bro. It's a lot that I want to talk about today, and I'm super excited about it. But I watched the first Lord of the Rings movie. It's kind of random. This probably could have been in the filler arc, but I decided to put it, you know, in the weekly recap because it was something that, you know, I'm not really like I was never really hyped about it like when I was a kid, you know. Not only because I just wasn't really allowed to watch stuff like that, but also because it was just like that and Harry Potter was like the same thing to me. I don't know. I just never was really like into it, I guess. But even now, looking back at the movie, you know, the stuff they were able to pull off in this movie, I was like, dang, this thing's actually like really good. It's a really long movie, you know. There's a lot going on, but I just really enjoy the world that they done created, you know. And I'm excited to like watch it. I'm gonna watch it like kind of chronologically, but also like how the story is supposed to be told. So I'm gonna watch the first one. Well, I already watched the first one. Now I'm gonna watch like the Hobbit movies, and then it'll get back somehow to the second and the third movie in the trilogy. So I'm excited about that. But that's gonna take me some time. But I just thought I'd let you guys know that I'm starting to watch it, just in case y'all haven't, you know, tuned in, because you know HBO got everything. HBO definitely got everything. And the next thing I wanted to do was watch Superman versus Batman. And I wanted to just see what they were doing on the hero side. Because, you know, DCEU is killing it on the villain side. You know what I'm saying? They're doing great things over there. But with the Justice League and everything, it's just not hitting, bro. It's not hitting. And I wanted to figure out why. You know what I'm saying? So I went back and I watched Man of Steel, the first Superman movie that, you know, came out with all these characters and stuff like that. And it was okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like groundbreaking type of movie. I enjoyed like the actual history and background of, you know, Clark Kent, and just like how he grew up in Smallville and stuff like that. But you know, I really enjoyed Batman vs Superman. Like, I really did, because Batman's not useless, and I understand this is not like the goated Batman, like, but Ben Affleck is doing his job. Like, I like this version of Batman, not the Justice League version, because like, and I understand. I had a whole conversation with the homie Chris about it, because I was just wondering. I'm like, yo, like, does DC really not like Batman? Like, because the stuff that he should be able to do, he's not doing. You know what I'm saying? I guess this is just a different universe's version of Batman. But I was surprised when I went and looked at, you know, Superman versus Batman. He was going crazy. You know, not necessarily against Superman, because we all know how that was going to go. But he was really like doing Batman type of things to the goons. And that's why I was looking forward to the most, just because, not looking forward to the most, but that's what I'm really looking for from him. And more of a, you know, detective style of Batman. But in this world, you know, this Batman's just rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a poor man's, like, Tony Stark, basically. And he's constantly outmatched. But I like it when they show his strengths. You know what I'm saying? I wish they would do that more. But you know, I like Superman versus Batman. I didn't like the ending too much. Like, when they had to start fighting Doomsday, that was a little like, like, I felt like that whole thing, and then how that leads into the Justice League, like, it was cool until they started fighting that man's, and he was just all over the place. It didn't look too appealing. You know, the movie got real gray, stuff like that. Wasn't a lot of color, you know. So I wasn't really a fan of that. But, you know, I just really felt like for a long time that they had a thing against Batman. But now that I understand, like, this is a different type of Batman, like a different version of Batman, it's like, okay, I guess we just gonna have to go down this road. I don't know how they're gonna fix the Justice League, honestly, because they kind of did a lot of things out of order. I don't like how they gave, you know, Batman's story in this little portion of the movie instead of him having his own movie, you know. And it doesn't even have to be about, you know, like his own movie doesn't even have to be about his origin story necessarily. Like, I just need something, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need him to go up against somebody to where Batman comes out on top, you know, and he gets to showcase all of his, you know, abilities. But this is like a Batman that's already been doing this for 20 years, you know, the most brolic cube that you're ever going to see. And he's just like trying to become like, and the armor, it doesn't make sense because he shouldn't be able to even move in that type of armor. But that's all besides the point. Speaking of DC, I like the Titans. I like the Titans show. You know what I'm saying? I do like it. I'm going to do a video on everything you need to know before watching the third season. Just because I got caught up with the second season, I kind of took a break from it. Just because a lot happened. I was processing it, and it was just like other stuff was going on too that I was watching, and I just never got back to it. But with the Titans' newest season dropping pretty soon, I was like, man, let me get back into it, bro. And this season did not disappoint. This season did not disappoint. All I'm gonna say is a lot of youngins got murked, but I feel like we're going in a good direction. I don't know where they're gonna go from here. As far as like main story wise, but I have a few theories, and I'll talk about that in upcoming episode of Ginato Explain. But just know the Titans was dope. Now, the game that took over the whole weekend, not even the whole weekend, just Saturday, pretty much, that I wasn't expecting, that I have been getting recommended to play for a while. I just didn't like, it didn't work very well for me on Steam, but it went on sale on PlayStation for like $15. So I copped it, bro. And that's Civ 6, so Civilization 6. That game is super fun just because it's like a strategy game, military game, like building up a civilization. And I like survival games like that, like in games that, make you think, like it was like that in Monopoly. Like those are my type of vibes, Minecraft, like something where you start from nothing and you build up. I really like stuff like that, and I was really surprised, not only just like the animations, but like just like how pretty the game is, and just how like deep that game, like game knowledge goes. I'm assuming like, and there's a reason why there's 6 of them. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people have been playing it forever. I don't know how many like new players that they get. Necessarily, I can't necessarily get into that, but I feel like anybody that actually plays and has somebody like teach them how to play and just, learn while you go, like if you have that type of mindset going into it, you can have a lot of fun. I definitely did. I was super surprised about that. So shout out to B Hall for that. Suggesting that game, you know what I'm saying? I definitely have fun with that. And then the last thing that I want to talk about in the weekly recap is All American, bro. For some reason, I'm not hyped, bro. I'm not hyped. I cannot explain it. Maybe it's a Netflix thing. I don't know, but it's just like that show is just straight up just a lot of drama, bro. I know I'm gonna watch it. Like I know I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not really pressed, bro. I'm not really pressed like I thought I would have been. Like I was like, oh, a new season came out, And maybe it's because like I don't know why. I don't know why, bro. I'm just not like super geeked about it. I just know the show is messy, and the way they ended the last season was kind of crazy. So that's the only reason why. Like I just want to see how much crazier that story can go. But I'm into watching it because I don't really got that much to watch right now. A lot of movies coming out, but as far as shows, I'm kind of just waiting on it. What If comes out in, I think, next week. So when that comes out, we're going to be talking more about that. I just released a YouTube video about that, or I'm going to release it after I film this podcast, but it's basically done. Talking about the trailer. It's been a while. I didn't watch it initially for some reason. I don't know why. Probably was a lot of stuff going on. But I just watched the trailer, and I'm super geeked about that. But lastly, for the filler arc of this show, man, the CrossFit Games, man. The CrossFit Games is something that I personally watch like every year. I didn't really watch it that much, like live, but I went back and was watching like all the VODs and stuff like that because they stream it live on YouTube and things like that. But I just think that sport is so cool, bro. I think it's so cool. I don't think I would ever try to participate. Like even like, cause I used to do something like CrossFit, like, but it wasn't CrossFit. back in the day when I first started like working out, but I feel like if I found like a good place to go, I would go and take classes, and that would just be like my little thing for the week, you know. Um, but I really like it. And I really like the stories, and I feel like that's the main reason why I like watching it because I like seeing um people compete, and then also hearing like how they became like as good as they are, and like what they do to do that, and I try to apply that to my life as well. And I like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like very motivational, and seeing people do like some crazy stuff, like lift a crazy amount of weight, is like something that's like, damn, they gonna really lift that. And the stunts, and not even the stunts, like the actual um trials, or what are they called? I forgot the races, heats. They're called heats, but workouts, I guess, just straight up workouts that they do is crazy, bro. Like they literally like the first event, they like swam for like a mile, bro, in open water, and then they had a kayak for like 3 miles or something, like something crazy, and they had to do as fast as they could, bro. I would have drowned out there, bro. I would have straight up drowned. I'm like, yo, they got it, like. Like the CrossFit Games don't make me want to go and do CrossFit, but I'm just very entertained because I'm like, yo, how are they all being able to do it? Don't matter how fast they're doing. The fact that they're doing it and completing it is crazy to me. It's one of the things I always like to see. And then I wanted two people to win. Obviously, it's two people that win, but I wanted Tia to win to get her her fifth championship in a row, and I wanted her to say that she was going to go for 6. I think that's a dope thing to do, to go 6 in a row like that, because the previous, she's already like won the most, but I believe, but in a row, legit. But just to get that next one, it's like, dang, like he really dominant. But for on the men's side, it was like a lot of like possibilities because the number one guy retired last year. So now it's just like everybody that was going to be on the podium was up and coming and new pretty much. And the man Justin Medeiros won. And that's who I wanted to win, just because of how crazy he went last year. And he's like a really young competitor. And I was just like, dang, bro, he really won that joint. Like, he didn't start off like winning the whole time, but by the end, it was just like it was known. I was like, dang, bro. Like, cause I think he got Rookie of the Year last year. So he only been in 2, and he podiumed twice. That's crazy, like back to back, and that's how like the best usually do it. But we'll see if he can like win back to back next year. But I always like it, bro. I always like it. And then there was also the NBA draft. And the draft was crazy. It started off like how I initially thought it was going to go, like 1 through 4. But after that, bro, it went crazy, bro. The Rockets came up. They came up super. And then my Wizards came up nice too, for what we had. Everybody know that we traded Westbrook. Golden State's trying to give away the whole farm to get Brad. So hopefully, bro. Hopefully Brad sticks it through with us, man, because if we lose Brad, it's over with. we got a lot of like new talent and upcoming young players now, and there's so much like we got so much depth now because we got all them people from the Lakers, and we also traded in the draft to get Isaiah Todd, who's good, and then we got the shooter from I always mess his name up, but the shooter from Gonzaga, and I think that was a good pickup because he could play right away. They say he gonna be like Joe Harris, hopefully he can hit free throws, so he can be better than Joe Harris. But that's where they said like that's his type of style, and we need scoring, but it's gonna be interesting to see, Summer League this year. I'm super excited for that because it's a lot. Like this draft was deep, bro. This draft was deep. Even the people that didn't get drafted, they are really good. Like, I don't know why, but like some years more than others, like I know a lot more people that I've seen from the AAU times and stuff like that. But this one for sure is gonna be a good draft class. I think Houston's looking like they're gonna be the next OKC with all the young players that they got, you know. And I'm excited to see how the NBA shakes out this year. Honestly, I think it's been like a reset. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Giannis, like, kind of like, I don't know, like cleansed the NBA pool where it's like literally anybody could be everybody. You know what I'm saying? Seeing Phoenix and the Bucks in the finals was like a really dope thing to see because it's not the same people. You know? It's literally not the same people. But yeah, that's my NBA draft take. The last thing I got on here, man, is Minecraft, bro. Minecraft. I finally built my first XP farm, and I'm so proud of myself, bro. Like, farming in Minecraft is something I never thought I would be able to do, just because of like, I mean, it's literally just following directions, but I never had like the opportunity to do it because I never really found like the spawners and stuff like that. So in my new world, that looks nothing good. Like, it doesn't look good right now, but I started a new world and started off rough, but you know, we're starting to get there now. Like, we're starting to get situated. I got the farm set up. You know, all we need now is an enchanting table so we can get the good enchantments for a good sword, and then that joint will be lucky and I'll get a whole bunch of XP and I'll just be able to move a lot faster in the game. So yeah, that was dope, man. And I gotta make it all look good too. That's one thing I'm excited for too. I just like the process, bro. I just like the process. So I usually play Minecraft on like Sundays. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. And I can stream that too. But that's pretty much it for this episode. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Dude, man, and appreciate y'all for tuning in, bro. If you're listening to this on whatever audio platform you're listening to this on, hit the like button, subscribe to the podcast, and leave a comment, leave a rating of what you guys thought. And then on YouTube, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Y'all already know. We do this live on Twitch, so if you're not following the stream and you want to actually come in and be a part of the conversation, you know what I'm saying, definitely do that. Come through the stream, twitch.tv/Ginato Sensei. And yeah, we stream Monday through Friday at 10:30 p.m. EST. And I'm going to catch y'all later, man. Y'all be easy. Y'all know the vibes. Always keep grinding. Stick on me, boy G. I'm gone. Peace. Dang, I know they like that video, bro. That's crazy. I can't wait to see the comment. Whoa, what are you still doing here? Well, since you're here, you might as well hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because if you didn't, what are we really here for? If you're still here at this point, you probably still want to know and talk more about it. So come through on the Twitch stream, man. Twitch.tv/Ginato Sensei. I want to see you in the chat. Let me know you came from YouTube and we could talk about today's video. Discuss anime, movies, films. Y'all already know what it is, bro. Wait, that's still not it? Oh, I know what it is. You was wondering about this drip right here. Well, you can check that out on IG, Growth Apparel. That's Growth Apparel, GRWTH. It's on the screen right now. So go copy you a tee, man. I'm gonna see y'all in chat. I'm gonna see y'all in these comments. I appreciate y'all once again. Y'all already know I rocks with you, bro. I'm out of here. You still here? Ah, y'all gang.